It feels so good to come alive. You can't reach me here. You can't reach me here. Cause I'm on the other side. It's so peaceful here. It's so peaceful here. It feels so good. Yo, greetings from the other side. Episode number 2. Man, special guest today. Artist, weed connoisseur, brother, actor.
Go crazy.
Lover, giver, healer, performer.
This boy got the
NFT
words.
specialist.
We've been doing shit.
Did I miss anything?
Man, I couldn't. I don't even know. You hit a lot of points, bruh. You hit a lot of points more than I say about myself. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Well, welcome, Marty Grimes.
Happy to be here.
To the other side.
Yes, sir.
You've been here for a long time. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Blessed to have to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You was on the other side before. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was still crossing over. You know what I'm saying? And like what I like to start the show off with like what's something that you had to get on the other side of that might have been holding you back from reaching your fullest potential?
You know what? Actually, leaving home. Like, you know, because home base was where all my family is, and me being like a really big piece of the puzzle in my family, like helping, taking care, being there for everybody in certain situations, et cetera, et cetera. That was the hardest part to really leave, like coming to LA, knowing that coming here for the business, for the music, everything would be elevated, but at the same time, I'd be further away from my family and make it harder for me to help in a way that they would need me. But, you know, it was amazing because when I did move, everything started to happen in a better fashion for everybody. So it worked out the way that it should have, actually. Yeah.
So like in a way you feel like you coming to LA was you getting to the other side?
Well, helping me get to the other side of a certain part of my life. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say the business side, like just the business side. That's it. That's it, really. I done made some amazing friends down here, too. Shit, it's funny how me and you both from the Bay, and we
met out here, right?
Yeah, didn't really become cool friends until we was here. We didn't ran into each other through the circles. We didn't really, like, chop it up and do shit till we got to La La Land, so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But something I, like, admire about you and, like, that I've actually, like, learned from you is, like, just, like, how giving you are, bro. Like, you hella giving. And like I've always been a giving person, but like something I had to get on the other side of was like the program of like, oh, like if I give something, like it may be taking something away from me because I was programmed in me, or it's like, oh, it's stipulations on my giving, like, oh, if I give you this, like
expectations,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like that wasn't even like my true nature. But it's just like program. It's like people.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people taught that because some people feel like that's the only way for them to get ahead. You know what I mean?
Like giving.
Yeah, well, expecting something from what they giving. You know what I mean? Like versus me, it's just like I don't know. It's in my nature to help. Like and I'm still getting, you actually giving me something in return, even though you don't know it. Because when you take whatever I give, if it becomes an opportunity or turns into something for you, shit, that makes me feel great. Because all I had to do was make that simple connection, which really didn't cost or I didn't do shit. You feel me? Quote unquote. You feel me? But to know that my little whatever help or segue or whatever helped you get to that next point, that shit fire.
It's like a fulfilling feeling, bro. Like
it's a real high. It's tight. It's like just because, like, why not, bro? Like, and that's just another person who could walk around like happier, doing what they whatever love or you know what I mean, etc. Which is the point, bro. If we all was that way, nobody would really be tripping off shit.
Right. And then like even if the person like you give to, they don't appreciate it. Like you still like the universe is still gonna bless you. Like it might not be through that person.
Yeah.
And man, I realized though, like a lot of people are stuck in that. Like they feel like, oh, if I put you on this, it's like gonna take away what from what I have going on, but it's like it can only add, man. Like
For real.
we got to turn competition into like collaboration.
That's what it is.
Cause like when we compete and that shit causes separation.
I posted some shit like that. I was like, I pray none of my homies see me as competition while I see them as teammates. You know what I mean?
Right. I was talking to
that's how I always been, bro. Like, and it's crazy because a lot of people do feel that way. They feel like if they bring somebody else in that they know is real talented or real good at whatever they do, it might take away from
their shine,
light.
right?
Which it doesn't, because in actuality, like whoever you brought that person to, that company or whatever situation should see you as the one that helped them make it to wherever because of that partnership, and it's never gonna be left out. You feel me? And if you know your true talent and self, like I do, I'm not tripping, bro. I don't see. I know I'm saucy. So if I bring somebody else saucy in, we just both saucy in that bitch.
Right. And I think it's just about knowing, like, excuse me. I think it's just about knowing that you worthy.
Yeah.
Like that self-love. And I was talking to my homegirl last night. She was telling me how like she was in a relationship and like she had all these things going and like her dude was like feeling some type of way about it. Like, have you ever experienced that as a man? Like, where like you got all this shit going on and like your woman, whoever you dealing with at the time, like they kind of like jealous or they feel like you a threat.
I think I can definitely say no. I think I can definitely say no. To be fortunate, you know, just because of how giving I am, though. Because if I'm in a relationship, my win is your win. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like if something happened for me, it technically happened for you too. Because if we're in a relationship, we won. Like, you know, we won as in one person. So we got to go through it all together. We got to do every challenge, every obstacle together. So if I just made a big win, we just made a big win. You know what I mean? Especially if it's something where you got a relationship and you're trying to see a future. So if you really trying to see a future, everything that happens to both of y'all is happening to both of y'all. You feel me? It ain't no more singularity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And it's just like Jay-Z had that line, like if we all winning, like if somebody fall off, we can have a crutch, you know what I'm saying? But if it's just if I'm the only one winning, if I'm the only one reaping the benefits, and then say I fall off, if I ain't put you in position, then you can't lift me back up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then vice versa. So
that's a real ass quote.
Yeah, we gotta lose that lack mentality, man.
Yeah. It's enough out here for all of us. I seen it was like people think that the top is like this when it's really like this. You feel me? Like it's enough space for all of us.
And that's part of the program, like the peer, you know what I'm saying? The success peer, yeah, bro.
And when you look at it, it's like that. It really goes up to make it seem like it's less and less and less versus it should just be a box. You feel me? Like,
damn. Oh God.
For real.
Hey, when I was introducing you, I did miss one thing. You know what I missed?
I don't know how you know.
You know what I missed?
What
though?
You missed?
Oh, soon to be father.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Very excited to be a father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overly excited. Yeah.
What's one thing like what's like your top priority? You would say is like as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot going on in the world right now. So like what's like your main goal as a father?
Man, it's a lot of them really that's on the same level, but really just damn. Like definitely give him financial security for him so he don't got to feel like he has to grow up and like work. I want him to be able to like explore, figure out what he want to do in life and like be able to live. You feel me? A lot of people working to live. I want him to just be able to live. You feel me? Growing up. And at the same time, I want to educate him, you feel me, on how to look, how to have a good perspective and outlook on this world that we in today to make sure he don't lose himself. You feel me? And maintain, because that shit can like the way that people's perspectives and the way that they feed in and digest all of this off social media, et cetera, it shit could get trippy fast for a lot of people. So that's like mental strength is like really high for me on them. And
how do you plan to give him that mental strength?
Just conversation. You feel me? Understanding, making sure that I give him options and not ultimatums. You feel me? Not yes or no's, but like outcomes. You know, let him know like even when he a baby, you a man. You know, your decisions still is your decisions. You know, even when they don't know right or wrong. So that's why it's like telling him the outcome of whatever he chooses to do. Like, if you want to do this, this is what's gonna happen. If you want to do this, this is what's gonna happen. So you gotta which one you want to do. You know,
like I've talked to parents about that, about like that fine line between being a friend, because like they say like if you too friendly with them, they won't respect you. So you gotta like have like that fine line. So how do you get that fine line?
You know what? Since I'm not a father yet to give like the actual advice on it, but what I plan to do is definitely still be assertive. I know how to be assertive in a quote unquote nice way or respectful way, I'll say. You know what I mean? Instead of but I'm definitely gonna be loving and nice and friendly because that's in my nature. But when it comes down to things that if it is something serious, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be the father figure. He gonna hear a tone, see a face, feel the energy, and know what he's doing is wrong. But I never want to have to use like fear or like you know anything in that nature to make him behave or listen to what I'm saying. Right. I want him to want to listen to me because all of the stuff that I've told him in the past has helped him.
Right. Know? Yeah, I brought my mom on the podcast, the first episode, and I was telling her how like I was scared of her, bro. I was terrified. Did you have that fear for your parents?
A little bit, but I feel like we grew up in the ass whooping days. Like, man, but it worked, you know. And I don't really have I never like. It was always love at the same time. I guess it wasn't. I won't say I feared my parent. I would say I feared the outcome because I knew what was gonna happen when I did bad shit.
Right.
That's what I'll say. Because I definitely was never afraid of my mom or dad, but I knew if I got caught, I'm getting my ass whooped. You feel me? That's all it was, really. And it was like I said, it was my choice. Yeah. It was our choice, really. So we could have not did the bad shit and not got our ass whipped. Right. But fuck it, we gotta do what we gotta do. You gotta learn shit.
But it's like, I feel like parents should have like some type of understanding because we are kids and we're like figuring shit out, and kids are gonna do what kids do. Yeah. So like when your kid does what a kid gonna do and it's something that you don't approve of, do you plan on whooping your kids or?
Nah, I don't think so. Only because we come from a different time. He might get popped a couple times. You know what I mean?
POP.
Yeah, exactly. But I definitely don't plan on whooping his ass too much unless he really, 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 really get out of line. But I honestly doubt that type of shit happen just from the way that I plan on raising him, honestly. But yeah. And I be thinking about it because for me, I was my parents' first kid. And it was hella young. So, and my grandmother was the first lady Black Panther. So my mom's side was militant as fuck. My dad ripped and ran the streets to put, you feel me, food on the table and take care of the family. So I feel like the life that they had come from was the OG days of like, I'm gonna whoop your ass if you don't get in line, you know. Down south, go pick your switch out the backyard type. You know, but that's just what they come from.
The switch before?
Of course. It was like you go pick the switch, or I could get this extension cord, or you feel me. But I wasn't a bad kid after a while. You feel me? Thinking your ass whipped so many times, but nah, man. A conversation definitely is gonna help with that, and it's all about the way that you learning throughout your years to actually raise a child. And I'm the oldest of 7, so this ain't coming out of nowhere. I done like changed hella diapers. I done babysat hella kids. You feel me? My own siblings and loved ones. That's why it was always love. So this just gonna be that deeper love now. Shit.
Like speaking of like bad kids, I hear parents say all the time, oh, he hella bad. Like, but kids come out pure love. So what do you think makes turns a kid bad, bro?
He actually is not a bad kid. It's just what we deem he's doing is bad because as an adult you wouldn't do that. But he's just a learning kid. And at the same time, if you're not teaching your kid what they're doing is bad, they're not gonna continue to do it. So it's like it's not on the kid. The kid just doing what the kid thinking is fun, especially if you're not stopping them. And if you laughing, saying he hella bad, but you laughing, I feel like in a kid mind, hella bad is a good thing to you. You smiling at me while I'm doing this, so I'm gonna keep doing it, and it's fun to me. So,
but like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying, like because like we all had times where we was like we did something bad, but like, why do you think like a bad kid continues their life and then turns into a bad adult, and then like they live out
shit,
that?
it's hella variables to that. Like hella variables. Shit, it can go from you for me, you being raised a certain way, or man, then that goes to your mindset on how you view your life and the world, and then that depends on your drive and motivation of where you going in life and your career, where that's headed. It's hell, it's hella shit. Cause you could be super successful, but if you have like crazy anxiety or depression, and you feed into like everything on social media, etc., that shit can bring you all the way down. So
Mm,
it's like it's hella factors. I
mm.
don't know. It's hella different factors.
Yeah, bro. I think
It's too many.
yeah, I think our kids. I feel like our mental health is very important
Mm-hmm.
because like our mental health is gonna be projected on our kids, and like they gonna learn from us. So I feel like it's so important that we got if anything, you know what I'm saying, like before money or financial security, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like your mental space, like you need to be mentally ready to have a kid. If anything, like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, like my financials not straight, or when I get financially secure. But what about when you get mentally
Well, I
secure?
think people say that because it gives them the option to be easily mentally. Well, I guess more easy to be mentally secure, if I even use that shit right. But because
So
when
so you
when
think you
you're,
think money affects your mental state?
it can definitely play a role when you're
Mm,
having a child, because if I'm financially stable and I'm bringing this child into the world,
mm,
I literally only have to focus on him. And if while focusing on him, while like if my sleep schedule is all out of whack, etc., I could wake up, take care of him, go to sleep, wake up, I could sleep however my timing goes with him is okay, because he's taken care of. I don't really have to worry about a 9 to 5. I don't gotta be running out trying to hustle my ass off all the time. I can be here and experience these moments with him,
mm,
versus like if I did, that's just more to juggle. So that's the only reason I feel like that could play a role in it, because it gives you more like freedom to just focus on him and free up your mind on space for that, versus like, okay, I can only spend a couple hours with you right now, buddy, and then I gotta go bust these moves and run around and go do A, B, and C, and then you gotta hope A, B, and C working out, or you gotta be at that 9 to 5 for 8 hours to come back, and then you barely get any sleep, and then that could throw your mental off because you tired as fuck, and baby gonna be screaming, and you gotta do A, B, and C, then you gotta go back
mm,
and hustle again. So that shit, I feel like it definitely can't help. That's just random, you feel me, factors, but
mm,
definitely. Of course, if man, and everybody's financial security is different. You don't gotta have like the big ass house. You don't gotta have A, B, and C. I just mean like financially secure in your situation. Like you can have the smallest studio at home, but as long as that situation is good and your rent's bills paid for, you got food on, you feel me, on the plate, clothes on your back, and you got some money in the bank. So if anything goes wrong, you could take care of your child. I feel like that's it. You feel me? Then the rest is just teaching and growing.
mm. Yeah, I actually want to talk about like financial security. Like I read something in this book. Like man, these books have really changed my life. So like when I do have a kid, like the books, like even Tupac mom, like she was like a book is more important than a light bulb in the house. A book is more important than a sofa. The book is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say it's very important to read to your child.
Man, man, and so like I read in this book about financial security, and it was saying how like financial security is actually insecurity, because it's like you're insecure about, oh, like like what could happen, you know what I'm saying? Or like you're not believing that everything is gonna be okay. So it's like a plan B almost. So it's like
I'm
you know what
gonna
I'm
have to
saying? Like,
disagree.
let me uh
I'm gonna have to
could you pull up the
disagree.
Instagram? I want to read you this quote. I want to read you that I posted, bro. I want to read you this passage from this book cuz like this shit fucked me up.
But the only reason I'm disagree is because it's nothing wrong with being prepared.
Mm,
So if you call it preparation, it's like it's not an insecurity.
mm.
You know, I feel like I'm just being prepared for the future and moments. And of course, you could believe, and it's, but that's not taken away from any of it. Shoot, I'm just preparing.
I'm looking for this quote. Okay, so here it says attachment Attachment, on the other hand, is based on fear and insecurity, and the need for security is based on not knowing the true self. The source of wealth, of abundance, or of anything in the physical world is the self. It is the consciousness that knows how to fulfill every need. Everything else is a symbol: cars, houses, banknotes, clothes, airplanes. Symbols are transitory, they come and go. Chasing symbols is like settling for the map instead of the territory. It creates anxiety. It ends up making you feel hollow and empty inside because you exchange yourself for the symbols of yourself. Attachment comes from poverty consciousness because attachment is always to symbols. Detachment is synonymous with wealth consciousness because with detachment, there is freedom to create. Only from detached involvement can one have joy. So, like, to sum it up, basically, like,
No, I understood it.
yeah, oh yeah, but like how I've been living, bro, is like it was like soon as I released, like, stop thinking about money and just start moving with love and service, like money is literally flowing to me. But then when I had the other, oh, I got to be financially secure. I need to have this backup plan. It's like the money was like it was just leaving my fingertips. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it might be a case by case basis, then, and it got to be your energy. But before I respond to that, I want to respond to the quote that you read.
mhm,
I feel like your quote was only applying to material things. You feel me? Because I'm not out here worried about spending the money on any of that. My love is traveling, so I like to go chase beaches, see different parts of the world. So if I actually don't have the money to do that, then I can't do it, you know? So I'm not actually then fulfilling my happiness of what I like to do. Cause like I'm not worried about a car or a plane or even this watch, you know? None of this shit matter if I can't go see the world. But the only way that I technically can is by paying that ticket of however it costs to fly there or boat ride, et cetera, et cetera. Um,
so do you believe in like living, like not living beyond your means?
I believe in what do you mean? Well, oh yeah, of course, of course, of course.
So
You
you
got
feel like
yeah,
you
you
need to
definitely
live
gotta
beyond your
know.
means?
You definitely gotta have a dream big, bruh. You feel me? And definitely want it, but you have to know what you have and appreciate it. That's all it is. It's like you can't go thinking that these things are going to fulfill you. You have to already be fulfilled, and you have to just know that you want that. If it happens, dope. If it doesn't, my life is still amazing. But like, it's okay to want. You know what I mean? And like, strive and go get. You can still move with love through all of that. Cause I do, man. I still hustle every day in every aspect of every job that I run. You feel me? But it's still with love. You know, and I'm definitely still like when it comes to the business, I'm still reaching out. I'm still trying to connect with A, B, and C, connect with this company, this business, make this plan, and I'm still reaching. You feel me, to make it happen. But it's still with love. It's just work versus me feeling like I need to do it. I don't need to do it, but I should because I can make more business move with it. That's how I feel like it's the difference. You feel me? I'm not out here like, God damn it, I gotta do this. If I don't do this, I'm not gonna make it. If I don't do this, yada yada yada. I'm just doing it because I feel like it's good for the business. It's gonna help us get somewhere. You feel me? That type of mentality. If that's like, you know what I mean? I know it's like a devil's advocate on everything that was said, but it's the flip of it.
I got an example. So you really, cause you might have missed what I said. So all right, so or I know a bunch of people, right? They be like, oh, like worried about having security, or oh, like I need to have security to pay this and that. You know what I'm saying? And I know people who live like beyond their means. Like they don't live beyond their means, or like that's taught to us not to live beyond your means, right? But so it's like I've noticed that it's some people like that I know, like some friends that they might they might even have be getting more money at this moment than me, but I'm living like a more luxurious life because I don't believe in living beyond my means. Like I'm moving with faith, and that's the way. And I swear, ever since I've been moving like that, I just be knowing shit gonna work
But
out.
I'm trying
like,
to
even when I don't.
What's the comparison though? You know?
What you mean?
Because so they're not moving with faith. The ones that are making,
Because they're scared. They're in fear. They're like, oh, I can't do this because this might happen, and I need to be secure. But like I'm taking the risk. Like I'm sure you have. You know what I'm saying? You took
that's what
plenty
you're
of risk.
saying.
Exactly. Like I'm taking the risk with faith. Like fuck security. I know this shit is gonna work out. Like even though there's no certain.
Yeah,
you
I didn't understand
saying?
what you were saying before. Before I thought you was just asking like of living behind your means or living by your means, not
I feel
taking
like that
a risk.
limits you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she in a 1-bedroom house. She got hella money saved up, but she's in like a studio apartment because she wants to live beyond her means. She wants to have that security where she's not even living the life she deserves.
But if she's happy, that's all that matters.
It matters, but it's like she wants to do these things, but she has to live beyond. She's limiting herself. I feel like don't live beyond your means is limiting yourself.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like just like spreading love, bro. That shit has really changed my life, bro. Like love is the answer to everything, bro. Like how you feel about just that word, like love, bro? Like how you feel about it?
Man, love is tossed around a lot these days. I go off actions nowadays, and real energy.
You don't think love is an action?
No, I just say the word. People use it a lot. Yeah. If we just solely talking about the word, I feel like people toss it around a lot. But if we talking about what actual love is, I feel like it's like the feeling, the energy, and people's actions will show you. Because everybody can say they got love for you or they love you, but they ain't never been around, they never picked up the phone, they never put you in a position to win. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's how love go for me. I gotta feel it. You could tell me all day, every day, but if you ain't ever shown me, I'm like, what do that mean? You know what I'm saying?
It's the energy for sure.
Yeah.
It's the energy for sure.
And I love to love. I mean, love is everything. It's a great feeling, like for real. When your heart filled with love, like your whole body lit up. It's like you ain't really worried about shit. And I get to feel that a lot. Like really in tune. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Hey, what's one thing like you want to make sure you provide for your kid? It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be like an emotion or anything like
for sure happiness.
But I'm saying like what's one thing you want to give him that maybe your parents didn't give you, or like what's something that you wish your parents would have gave you more of?
Man, nothing. Honestly, my parents did the best that they could, and I came out like amazing. Like they for sure, like I don't know, my mentality, everything happened for a reason, and I got a great relationship with them. Like they gave me everything. They for sure gave me everything. Shit, my mom was 15. She sacrificed everything for me to be here. Man, I just want to give them the same. That's it. Just give them the same. For sure, everything that I got. But I want to make sure he has opportunity. You know what I mean? Really. That's it. Just the opportunity to be able. Go try whatever you want to try. Go be whoever you want to be. Like, just, that's it. The opportunity to be able. Yeah, I'm blessed, bro. Growing up, man, I'm for sure blessed. Like life for sure wasn't silver spoon type shit, but Man, I had a great life. I got to grow up in a big ass house full of my not a big ass house, but full of cousins. You know, it was grandma's house. Hell of us in there, 3 of us in a bedroom type shit. But it was tight to be with the family, cooking Sunday dinners type deal. You feel me? All my cousins in the same middle school, high school type shit. Everybody wearing each other's shoes and type deal. You feel me? But shit, life was good, man. Like hoop court with the basket, still life was good. Shit, yeah.
I know you had told me, I'm saying, like, it was a time where you was kinda, like, taking care of yourself. You cool to touch on that?
What?
Like, you was taking on care of, like, yourself kinda.
Oh yeah, 100%.
How was that as a
It was
as a kid, bro? Like,
it was cool. It was
it wasn't
like
never times where it was like, damn, like, I feel all alone?
I loved it. I was a very independent person,
Different,
man.
bro.
Because I was never lonely, if that makes sense. Like I was alone but never lonely. You know, so like when like the way that it worked is because when my grandmother passed away, the house was like getting ran down, so everybody moved out. And I was still staying up with my pops and his lady because my moms and dad were separated by then. But fuck, I love grandma's house. So I went down there and I was like 12, 13 years old, just hustling. And then I paid to get the roof fixed. So that shit stopped leaking. I paid to get all the shit to get hauled off on the yard. Started building up the rooms and shit that had got. So damn, I forgot to add in. My grandmother had one like this build your repair house shit. And then she passed away and they didn't finish repairing the house. So like the stairs was not finished. Like the walls and shit wasn't finished. And then me and my pops actually went in and like finished it all. But he stayed up at his girl spot. I was responsible as fuck. My parents trusted me and loved me, so I just stayed at the house. I paid all the bills, but it wasn't really no bills because it was my grandma's house. So PG&E for a 13, 14-year-old, my nigga, that's like $30 a month. You feel me? And then Pops is a chef, so he taught me a little bit, so I cook too. Or I literally go up to the spot, eat, and then come back down and stay at the house. I had a whole crib to myself. I had a flat screen in that bitch, new couch and shit. And then I got a job at 15 2 years later. So literally all my checks went to the house and in cars. And that was it. Yeah, but it was lovely, man. Like, I made the right decisions though, you know? Because I feel like my parents for sure gave me the options. Because it was never like, don't do this. It was like, yo, if you go do it, I'm going to whoop your ass afterwards type shit. You know what I mean? Like literally. And that's all it was. So it's like, you have the choice to do it, but you know what's going to be the outcome. So I feel like that definitely helped me out a lot because I was never like forced, you know. Now I made the right choices knowing that, yo, if I fuck up in A, B, and C this way, A, B, and C this way is going to happen. So I should do the right shit. So yeah, fit the whole house. And now everybody back in there, the whole family in the house.
That's beautiful, bro. Cause I felt like I had a dope childhood, bro, but I did struggle with a lot, bro. I felt alone a lot of times. And I felt like not accepted, bro. Like it was kind of like hard for me to make friends. Cause I don't know, like people would like see me as a threat and then I try to like.
In what sense as a threat?
I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like competition, bro. Like and then I even like modify like my how I am to like even make them feel comfortable, and it just like they didn't accept it, and it just made me feel worse, bro. So it's like I had a lot of mental health shit that I had to get on the other side of, bro. Like I used to deal with a lot of like insecurity, anxiety, bro. I had like a lot of trauma and pain from like past relationships. So like you would say like you never really had to like deal with none of that or get on the other side, like no trauma or no pain you went through?
Definitely had to. Like just small personal moments. Yeah. Not even small, but yeah. But you know what, man? I like choose to damn near bury those moments, bro. You know what I mean?
When you say bury them, like what you mean?
Like don't even think about them, bring them up knowing that you made it to this part. You this far now. You this human now. You know what I mean? It's lovely that made you who you are today, having to, you know, get over those, like what, dark times, I'll call them, because we all got dark times, you feel me? I just choose to try and bury them and stay in the light.
And And that's why I wanted to do this podcast, because like through a lot of my dark times, I felt alone, because especially as men, like no man was really talking about this shit. And like that's what I feel like it's so important to share, because like when I did share like everything I was feeling, like I put this shit like all on a song called Self Reflection. I was damn near nervous to put it out, but it was so crazy to me how when I dropped it, it was like so many people connected with it. And I was like, wait, like I'm not the only one feeling this. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was like something was wrong with me, but it's like, oh, everybody, I'm saying like a lot of people are feeling what I'm feeling, but it's just not
100%.
being said. So like I do feel like it's important to shed light on them dark moments and like be vulnerable. And because it's like that shit can help somebody else. So yeah, like if you comfortable with sharing
Yeah,
something.
that's definitely I feel like something you're amazing at. You feel me? Is putting that all out there.
Cause
I'm
it's also actually healing, because I feel like if we bury it, like it's bound to come up. You know what I'm saying? It's still there.
Yeah, 100%. It's always gonna be there. But I guess for me personally, I choose to do that because it leaves more space for me to or remember moments that I'm on a high, that I'm enjoying life, like good times, you know?
But do it
And
always gotta be? It don't always gotta be there. Like we can relinquish it.
no, but at the same time, like I said, you you like to definitely put it all out there to connect with others. I come from a more of like I keep certain things personal to myself. You feel
And
me?
why is that? Like I think this is a very important moment right here, because like a lot of men feel like this. So like why do you feel like you need to keep it personal?
Because it's I that's just what makes me comfortable, I guess. You know? And it's always worked for me. And I don't have like no deep demons, and like I don't have no type of I guess bad feelings towards my bad moments. You feel me? And when we've sat and talked, you know, my friends, I definitely open up to my friends, and we connect on that deeper level of situations that we've been through. But I guess I feel like my purpose on earth is to bring like light to all situations and happiness to all. You know what I mean? In any way possible. And for me, that's what I try and hold, I guess, inside the most. I guess that layer is what I focus on. You know I got the darkness from times that I've passed under there, but I guess that's just not something that I care for, you know?
Mm.
If that makes sense. I know it's there. I know I could touch base on it and connect to whomever from it. Like as an example for shows, I guess when talking to fans, I've definitely connected to certain fans on deeper levels than my music, just because some certain things I don't all put out there. But yeah. So I guess I am technically doing what you're saying to a certain extent, but applying it to music, I don't let the world know. But on a personal level, yeah, I definitely talk about everything. So yeah. I definitely talk about everything. So we agreeing on that end.
Mm. Yeah,
But
'cause I
as far
definitely.
as the world goes, you better than that on me. You shed it, bruh. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man, I feel like we gotta like all the shit that it's just crazy. Like all the shit that we're ashamed of, or like might be embarrassed or like hesitant to speak on. Like, right, that shit could save somebody's life. And it's like, yeah, we talking about our dark times, but look where we at now. We on the other
100%.
side,
Yeah.
and it give them faith that they can get there too. Cause there is an other side to life, bro. Like it's not all just suffering. Like, bro, I was suffering for a long time, bro, and it's not just all suffering and arguing and just bullshit, bro. Like you could literally create heaven here. So
hmm Heaven
you
is a
feel like
mindset.
you feel like like, how'd you create your reality of heaven?
I figured out what I liked in life, and I just started doing that. Like
Mm,
I started being selfish. That's
mm,
what we call it these days. We call it selfish. You know, when you choose to move with your own energy and do what makes you happy, people call you selfish. When you don't want to sacrifice what you think is gonna make your day good for them, they call you selfish. So
right.
I'm selfish, you know?
I think it's being selfish to yourself if you don't honor yourself.
Bam. I think
I,
that's why we get along so much, bro. Because like even when you got some shit to do and we kicking it or vice versa, it's like, yo, I gotta go handle this, or you know, I gotta go meditate. It ain't even no like, damn, I'm gonna switch up my schedule. It's just like, this is what we about to do, and we both, all right, I'm gonna go do my thing with the thing. I'm gonna see you soon type shit.
right,
You feel
right.
me? Like,
or we'd be trying to link up for weeks and it like say I'm busy and then you get busy. Like it's never nothing personal. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta honor, you know what I'm saying? I gotta honor my nigga, bro. Like getting mad, me? Bro,
it's not, thank you. A lot of people ain't there, bro. A lot of people ain't there. But I feel like that's the true key to happiness, is just being selfish nowadays. Like, of course, it's balance. Of course, like when I say how giving I am, it might sound weird to call myself selfish, but it's definitely a balance. You know, I do give, but I'm very selfish with myself in time, because I never want to lose myself. Because I've definitely almost lost myself before, and I feel like that definitely helps you get over. Giving? No, just lost yourself, just like mentally. You feel me? Just like trying to spread yourself too thin. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And not, man, holding it for myself. Like making sure I go here for that person or do this for that person. Oh yeah, I can help out this person. Yeah, I could do that. And I forget to do shit for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have been there where like you feel like you was kind of like you had hella shit on your back, carrying hella people.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily carrying, but like making myself available. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's important. Like if you feeling like bro, I don't be like forcing nothing. Like if I feel like I need to go home and reset and they want to go party or something, I'm about to go reset, bro.
Me too.
Oh God, bro. It's like, yeah, I feel like we gotta listen to our bodies, bro. Yeah. Like fuck, like, it might be a connection. It might be, but like if you're not in a space to go out and meet that connection or meet that person or be in this energy, that
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work, bro. Honor yourself, man. Honor yourself,
man, for sure. You definitely gotta have the energy and like the mindset to want to be out and like talk to people, actually, bro. Because if you upset out, you know, people gonna feel that. Ain't nobody gonna want to talk to you. But if you out, you know, your energy up, you know, you feeling good, you talking to people, complimenting, trying to see what's up, etc. Like people love that shit. Like you throwing out a good vibe, it attracts. Excuse me.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you, brother. That was beautiful. That was insightful.
Yeah, I definitely learned a little bit too.
Yeah, like about yourself.
Well, it is definitely good to speak about, you know, times that you've been through. You know what I mean? To your loved ones and close ones. That's just for me personally, I'll say that. But at the same time, definitely find that balance and know that that's not all that's there. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep your happiness on top, bro. Keep the good memories on top.
No, 100%. Yeah, because like everything done out of fear isn't even real. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's definitely good to, you know what I'm saying, keep positive, because like whatever we looking for, we gonna find it. If we looking to be angry, we gonna be angry. If we looking to be depressed, we're gonna be angry. But if we stay searching for gratitude, because there's gratitude, you can find so many things to be grateful for. If we continue to focus on that, we gonna be grateful. We gonna feel high vibrations. But at the same time, we do need to face whatever like we struggling with, and not just keep it in, because that can, you know what I'm saying?
And that's definitely not what I'm saying out there. You feel me? Make sure y'all know that, because that's a key, because I'm not holding nothing in. It's nothing that's making me feel insecure. It's nothing that I'm embarrassed about. It's not, you know what I mean? It's literally only something that's just like a sad, dark time. You feel me? Like literally bring you to tears type shit. So that's the only reason that's buried. That's it.
How you feel about like crying? You know what I'm saying? Like as a man.
Should I cry? Shit. Yeah. If you need to, man, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But
superpower.
But I will say, like, how do I say this? Because this is how, like, growing up, it's crazy because my pops taught me like tears don't move me, you know, because a lot of the time, sometimes tears will just flow to try and make somebody feel like they need to not necessarily feel sorry, but it's like they can't take whatever heat's going on, etc. So I will for sure say not save your tears, but like make sure that like I don't know you the emotion, bruh. Like I don't even know how to say it in a good way. Fuck it.
Take your time, bro.
Yeah. Nah. I would just say show them emotions at the right moments. You feel me? Not every moment is meant to show tears, even if you feel like showing tears. Sometimes you showing strength by not crying as well. You know.
Mm. Last question. I once read and like my homegirl had told me about this quote. It said, "Our spiritual gifts are developed through our pain." Is there a spiritual gift you feel like you've developed through your pain?
Wow. Man, I'm trying to think what's come from the pain.
Mm. Take your time. I could say for me, like even like having more compassion. You know what I'm saying? Like or being open to sharing. Like I feel like it's a gift that I can like share like, all that I've been through, and I really care what where like I own it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and just oh yeah,
unapologetically yourself.
even my even like my music, like it's powerful because all the shit we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like
Your
our music,
words.
yeah.
Yeah. I think for me it might be the happiness.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I think when I started to decide to be selfish, like when I told people, cause I like not only was I like given in the matter of like trying to help in life, I was also always that shoulder because I had good advice. You feel me? I felt like I had been through a lot. I was really good with my words. I read the books that helped me understand, you know. So I was always like, yeah, you need somebody, call me, bro. You going through something, call me. Something wrong, call me. You know, and after like that shit started to weigh and weigh and weigh. And then people started to get kind of upset when you like, I really don't want to talk about that right now. Or I just don't want to be dumped on right now, you know? So
Mm.
when that moment happened of being selfish, I feel like that helped me be able to actually help more because then I can easily like still lend that hand and be, you know, radiant and send that energy to them to try and change how they feel about whatever situation is going on. Versus before, like I was saying, just too available, just like lending too many shoulders, just beating me down. So yeah, definitely.
Leave us with a piece of advice for somebody who's trying to cross over to get to the other side. What can they do?
Man, follow your heart for happiness. That's it.
Mm.
Just do what makes you happy. Like that's it. And be selfish. Period. Because it's selfish, it's not necessarily selfish. You're just doing what makes you happy. And if anybody doesn't agree with you on it, et cetera, as long as you know you're not wrongful, that's it. Like I say this all the time is knowing your truths will set you free. That's it. If you know, you're doing your best every day, you know, your actions are truthful, then it doesn't matter what nobody thinks. It doesn't matter what nobody else's perspective has on whatever you got going on because you know your truths. It sets you free. You know, you pure. That's it.
Mm. Beautiful. Thank you, brother.
Man, appreciate you.
Love you, boy.
Love you, dog.
There you go. See y'all on the other side.
We already there.
Ah.